I'm so glad that Kiara can finally play spades.
No,
because
honestly, yeah.
it's been way too long of having to play Uno with him.
Right, which is cool because
I love a good Uno, but you know,
cool. We're going to play Uno last night. I think my cousin Tiana and Kiara and my aunt Bev played like maybe 1 or 2 rounds. Yeah.
That's Kiara's games.
Yeah. He was ready for it.
I bet.
He was so ready for it.
He'd be like, can I do doubles? Is that what they're calling it? I'm like, no, I don't even know what that is.
That's hilarious. I'm about to say that's hilarious. But no, that's silly because we played doubles last night.
See? He loves that.
Yeah. Mom was like, what's that?
See? It's not a real thing.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's funny because, like you said, the transition from Unos to spades. Yeah. I feel like spades, it's a grown-up game. We're like, that's kind of...
Because we're adults now. That's what we play.
It feels, yeah.
Definitely.
And then, like, being younger, I remember that's what the grown-ups were playing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, but I wasn't even interested. Like, I didn't care what they... Like, I wanted to go play Uno or some Goldfish. I didn't care that they were playing the big kid game. But now, I love me some spades. Yes. I'm a whole adult.
Monopoly. I love me some Monopoly.
When it don't take too long.
Yeah.
I gotta really be in a Monopoly mood. I haven't played Monopoly in a while.
Same, but I love it. I love it. I feel like we always start too late.
Yeah.
We like started like 9 or 10. And
yeah.
It's 2
you
o'clock.
You be done.
1 in the morning, everybody's like, oh.
And we're still not done with the dang game.
Still not done. But it's lit. I feel like that's like part of the litness of it, like how long it can take sometimes.
Well, I mean, you don't normally get a monopoly in the industry overnight, so you know it's realistic, right?
You hear me?
Anywho, we'll bring it back in here.
Right.
Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. Welcome to As We Go.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, numero 2.
I'm your host, Khalid, but you can call me KK.
And I'm Leah, and you can call me Leah.
In this episode, we're talking about becoming an adult.
Yes, as we become adults.
Yes, like we're still new to it. We're still new to it, I feel like.
We are not that new to being adults.
I feel like we're still less than a decade in. Like, I mean, if you count, 18 and stuff like that, but like that's still 18 and 19, that's teen. Now you're still a teenager.
Okay, I'll say that. But then you got from 20
to 30.
I feel like maybe 20 to 25 is like beginning. Like that's early, that's young adult. Now we're adults.
What?
You don't feel like that?
I feel like this is level 1.
I can get behind that maybe. Explain your levels to me.
Okay. I would say level 1 is 20s. So each level is like the decade.
Okay.
It's like the decade that you go into. Because 18 and 19, you're still a teenager. Mm-hmm. You're still a teenager. And then you graduate at 18, you go to school. Some people go to school. Some people go to school. But it's like fresh out. It's fresh out.
But how long can you be fresh?
Until you're 30. So your 20s is about figuring yourself out outside of like
the conditions of school.
The conditions of school.
The conditions of your family.
And all the limitations.
Okay.
Exploring yourself. You're going to unlearn a whole bunch of things that you did learn. And then your 30s is about making it work for you. Applying what you learned, making it work, being comfortable with yourself. That's what I'm feeling like the 30s is about.
Okay. How about 40?
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you know that one yet?
40?
You can like look up, it's like, your parents and, grandparents who you see. What's 40 for you?
I feel like 40, especially I remember my dad turning 40. My dad, 40, like when my dad turned 40, I was like really excited for him.
Yeah.
I was like, this is pretty cool. How do you feel? And it made me excited to turn 40. So I don't know, 40 just seems like a cool ass.
You're settled in. You're really probably sure of yourself at that point.
Yeah.
So now you're just like
grown.
Yeah. Okay.
You're really an adult. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what makes someone an adult to you?
That's a good question. I would say, what makes a person an adult?
What makes an adult? Okay, so first thing, you have to be 18. We'll say that.
Okay.
So making it to 18.
At the very least.
At the very least. But I guess like the adulting part of it like comes into play like when you start becoming more sure of yourself, you're taking care of yourself. Help me out here. What else would you classify as an adult?
There could be so many different things and like situations. Like what would you say like was a moment that you felt like you became an adult? Was that when you were 18?
I probably felt like an adult when I was 18, but not right after school, but so I graduated in May, and then in August, I moved into a house. Like I had some roommates, but I was going to college, and I moved into a house. And so, like, signing my own lease, finding a job, and just, starting paying bills then, and, paying for all my own food. That's when I was like, okay, I'm an adult.
Like, it's like taking over responsibilities of like
myself,
like your
being
own well-being and shelter.
Yep.
Okay.
What about you?
For me, I feel like maybe like when I dropped out of school, that was like the catapult for like the
snowball effect of becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like me feeling like
okay, this is me stepping into that
and that role. Yeah, because I lied about graduating until like the very last minute, like as long as I could, and then when I was like pretty much realized it was like.
How you about to pull this off?
Yeah, I can't keep doing it. I like drove to my mom's office. She was a probation officer.
Okay.
So I drove to her office to like tell her and stuff. And she was disappointed. She was like, "You tell your dad yet?" I'm like, "I'm going to."
Girl, you know I ain't telling him yet.
You know I ain't telling him yet. No, right.
I had to see how you reacted.
Yeah. But I was proud of myself how I handled it. 'Cause like right after I went and told like my dad, he was like, "You telling your mom?" And I was like, I already went up there.
I did it. Handled my business.
Right. And they were upset and they were disappointed, and that like, I felt bad about it. But then there's also like I didn't really want to go to school, but I also didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And then I started thinking like, damn, I wish they had a little more compassion and, for me, not knowing like what I wanted to do. But then I was like, I could have also did more research and like really had a plan of what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
So having that like kind of thought process and like I said, wanting compassion for them and like, damn, I want them to forgive me for not knowing what they feel like I should have known and stuff. Like, damn, I'm only 21, And then I started thinking about when they were 20 and 21. They had a 4 or 5 year old in Germany.
Yeah, life was completely different.
Completely different. It was just the three of us, and then Kason was born.
Yeah,
my brother was born right after.
Their responsibility and what they needed, what they would have done differently when they were your age is not necessarily what you should be doing with your life because it's the completely different circumstances.
Exactly. And then during that whole process, they're learning about themselves.
Right.
They're level 1 adults learning about themselves, processing things while also like trying to, while raising.
Yeah, not trying to.
While raising, right. While raising me as well. So then I was like, damn, I have to forgive them for not knowing what I feel like they should have known.
Right.
And, forgive myself as well for not knowing what I feel like I should have known. And that just, like, that perspective change just opened up so much for me. Like, I got more relaxed, more confident, comfortable in myself. Because now I'm like, okay, I know what I wish they would have done, but I can't go back and change anything.
Right.
Now we're here. Now I am an adult, and there's no limitations for me. And I get to create the circumstances that I want, I get to build, and it's up to me now. I have to take accountability and responsibility for that. So
adult
responsibility.
Yep, there you go.
That was the moment I felt like, oh shit.
That's a big one. You're taking that responsibility for yourself.
Right. Because now it's like, okay, I wish my parents did this. I wish my parents did that. And it's like, shit, we're here now.
What can you do?
What
can you do for yourself right now?
Exactly.
Okay.
What is lit?
So like, think back to like when you were a child. How did you view adults then? Or maybe not even as a child, maybe as a teenager, because as a child.
Right. Yeah. Because as a child, I was like, I want to be a teenager.
Right. Teenagers. Fine. Yay.
Grown-ups are boring. But then as a teenager, like it's dramatic and like emotional and hormonal, like teen years where I had fun. I had fun during my teen years. So I was like, and I romanticized being a teenager.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I was just having fun for it. I didn't really think much about like
You're just here to
what's
enjoy
after
where you are
it.
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I feel like I had that in a sense, but at the same time, it was me kind of wanting to be the person who's taking care of myself. Like, you know what I mean? I want to escape my house sometimes. So, you know, kind of dreaming about, oh, when I'm 18, I can finally move out and take care of myself and do what I want to do.
Right.
So I kind of had that kind of feeling and like definitely looking forward to the freedom and, yeah, probably just the freedom of it all. So that's how I looked at it.
Love that. Yeah, the freedom is the biggest part.
It's probably the best part.
The best part of being an adult. Yeah, no limitations. Get to. I don't know. Oh, that makes me think of a good question.
Okay.
What's like your pros and cons of being an adult?
Okay, so obviously freedom. Pros of being an adult, other than freedom, I don't know. Just not. I guess it all comes back to freedom. You know, being able to do what I want to do, not having anyone tell me what I need to do. And also knowing like, if I want something to change, I can literally do it right now. Like, oh, you hate your job? Okay, you can quit it. Oh, you don't like this? Yeah, get up and move. Like, do what you want to do. Like, you literally can. And then, obviously, the worst part about being adults for me is my bills. I don't like paying bills. If I could just, you know, have all income and no bills, it'd be great. But, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with the pro. I feel like that covers everything else that comes with being an adult. The con, I don't really think it's less of a con and more of like not even a struggle. Some people struggle with it, but the balancing and managing the freedom.
Very, very good.
Yeah, because you have to be like disciplined.
Yeah. Ooh, discipline.
You have to be disciplined.
That's what it is. As a kid, you kind of have like that structure of people, you know, structuring your life.
Right.
And then as an adult, yeah, you get the freedom to structure your life as you want, but please maintain discipline enough to make sure that you can see it through so that you do get that life that you want.
Exactly. And even with being a kid, like you have the discipline, but I mean the structure, but you don't have to worry about being disciplined. Like people will tell you that you need to be disciplined, but this it's also going to be chopped up to, oh, you're just a kid, like letting the kid be a kid, experience it. Sometimes with some people.
Right, different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next?
Let's see. So like I am different aspects. We kind of touched on most of them actually. We have like age, the maturity thing. When do you feel like or what do you think classifies someone as like mature for an adult? Like when does, like how do you explain, or what is maturity? Like what does maturity look like as an adult? Like,
that's tough. It depends on the situation as well.
Right. But I feel like, you know, you being mature enough to tell your parents and not letting them go to their graduation and waiting for them to say your name.
Right, and then I'm like down that freeway, like running away.
Running away, yeah, for real, definitely.
Running away. The accountability.
Yeah. Okay.
That's probably what it is. Accountability, being responsible for yourself, being able to control yourself.
Oh, that control yourself brings me to the next one. Emotionally. How do you feel like you are as an adult emotionally? Like, are you able to, you know, regulate and feel your emotions and bring them up in a very constructive and way that works for you? Or, you know, as an adult, I guess that's the way you want it to be.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I like to think so.
You handle them in an adult way.
Yeah, kind of. Parts of me, so like, for an example, let's say I'm being yelled at or talked to in a way that I don't like, or somebody's getting a little testy, instead of like, which honestly I think is like kind of mature, but on the back end it's like donated type thing.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I'll just check out, like I won't say anything. And the parts of me is like, oh, you should defend yourself. You defend yourself. But I'll play it in my head and stuff. And sometimes I feel like I'm thinking about it too long. I'm thinking about a response too long. So now if I respond or react to it,
it's not organic.
Yeah, it's not organic. It's calculated. And then by that point, I'm like, am I really that upset about it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can just move on from it. Yeah.
Okay. So emotionally, you're pretty good. I'd say, for the most part, emotionally, as an adult, I'm pretty good. I can handle conflict. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that come up emotionally good. Well, not good. The things that come up that maybe like on the bad side, or like things I don't like feeling so much that I kind of push down, or just like, completely go numb to them. But, I'm a work in progress. And I feel like I am, better than what I was yesterday. So
Do you feel like you just push them away and you're numb to like situations, or is it more so like it's easy for you to let go?
Probably both. It's easy to let go because the lack of feeling, I guess, if that makes sense. That sounds really bad. But
I don't think
for different things, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's really hard. Really hard for me to feel something. Yeah. I become numb to a lot of like different situations. So.
But what are you supposed to feel?
Things.
So you're saying like you just don't have any, like there's situations you don't have any feelings towards?
Yeah, like it's just like I just don't feel any type. Like I just know the facts of the situation.
Yeah. And
I don't know, I can't really connect my emotion to it to figure out like, oh, this makes me feel good, or oh, this makes me feel bad, but I got the facts.
Right, but I feel like that's okay. I feel like that to be like it is what it is and be in the center of it and not on any polar opposite side of it is like,
yeah, it can be good.
Like
but aren't you supposed to, trust your heart sometimes, or trust your like, that feeling versus the facts, I guess?
Yeah, but what are you wanting to feel?
I mean, whatever situation that could be brought up.
But like there are situations that bring out like anger, right? And being upset. Or do you just not experience that anymore or at all?
It's very, very, okay, I guess like it's very, very hard for me to get like really upset and angry, even if I have reason to. So it's like, I guess I'm numb to it when it's from 0 to 99, and then just boom, 100. Now I feel it.
On whoever,
right?
Whoever brought it out.
Right, exactly. And all they did was like took the last napkin or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad.
No, but it definitely can get like that.
Yeah.
I remember I was going through like a really rough week, and then this is like a few years ago, and I go to McDonald's, and I'm picking up food for everybody and stuff, and I'm like stuttering, like messing up the order when I'm ordering, and I feel so bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry, just feeling so trash, and I just keep it simple for me. Like, I just want a double cheeseburger and fries and a sweet tea. That was my order when I used to eat McDonald's. And I put like buffalo sauce on the burger with the fries. I used to get real fat with it. But yeah, so I get to the window, or like right before I get to the window, I realize I forgot to ask for no mustard.
Aww.
And I just start crying in the car.
Aww.
I was so triggered that day.
That's what you're supposed to. That's why I want to feel these things, so that I don't just cry in the McDonald's parking lot. That's how I could improve as an adult.
Oh no. Okay, crying does feel good.
No, I am definitely a crier. I do not mind crying. But that's the thing. Sometimes I'll cry and not know why I'm crying. That's why I'd be like, ooh, emotionally, I'm a little fucked up. But where do you feel like you could or where do you feel like you shine as an adult? And where do you feel like you maybe need some work or, need more experience to get yourself to like level 2?
I would say accountability for how I feel and my actions.
That's where you shine, or what you need help with?
I feel like that's where I shine.
Okay.
Like I said, in situations where like maybe I feel a type of way. Like, I analyze it with myself first, and then like so it's easy for me not to take too much like personal, or if I feel let down or things aren't going my way, it's easy to just like I said, analyze myself and just be like, all right, how I'm gonna move forward.
Right, that's really good.
What's the next step?
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, where I can improve my discipline.
Okay.
Definitely my discipline.
Yeah, I could definitely use some of that too.
Yeah. Motherfucker, discipline be whooping my ass.
Man.
Not hard enough, I guess. You?
Shining. I feel like I shine in the responsibility aspect. Like, I've been taking care of me and Marley for some years now, and we're good. We're thriving. So right. I'll definitely take that for my shine. And then in my needing work, I'm about to call myself out bad with this one. My productivity. I wish I was way more productive. I wish I spent less time scrolling on the phone and more time, being an adult and trying to make some shit work and,
Yeah. But I feel like definitely could get better. But I feel like we're good at catching like moments like that because we'll delete apps off our phones like for.
You're better at that than I am.
Yeah.
I do have screen limits. Sometimes I hit ignore.
I don't do that because I already know I'm gonna hit ignore. I'm gonna turn it off before it notifies me.
I already know what you're about to say.
Right. No, for real. Yeah, that scrolling is.
It's bad.
It can get really bad, especially late at night.
I was up way too late.
Sleep up 4:00.
That is some teenage shit that we need to get better at.
You hear me?
Step into adulthood with that one.
That's where it stems from. Ooh, that just brought up a thought. I feel like that's another thing about like becoming an adult, like to not necessarily become an adult, but also, or just become an adult, but also like nurture your inner child.
Yeah, because you know what kind of love and support you need as a child. So now's your chance to be that for yourself. That.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you. Yeah. It just really just hit me. It really just hit me. It's like, you gotta be that person.
You definitely do. You are that person.
Yeah.
You're the only person with that responsibility to take care of that. So, very good.
Yeah, turn up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up for yourself. Have fun.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
What's up?
So, when you became an adult, you kind of had it was that moment with your parents. Do you think that was the same moment where your parents started viewing you as an adult? Or do you think they saw that before or after?
That's a good question. For my dad, I feel like my dad started viewing me as an adult, like when I graduated high school. Like for him, maybe even before that, like when it's time for me to start making decisions and thinking about what I wanted to do after high school and stuff. Like, so honestly, probably even before then, for real.
Okay.
I say probably because he got deployed. He went to Kuwait my junior year, like towards the end of my junior year, and then he got back towards the end of my senior year. So it was like during that time I was the man in the house. Right. So I would say for my dad that time. Okay. Maybe that time. And for my mom, it's like no. For my mom, I want to say after we moved back here, and after we moved back here, probably the traveling. Like I feel like for her, that's when she started viewing me, or like I felt like really she was treating me
like an adult,
more so. Because it was just like, but I'm gonna always be her baby.
Oh, I'm most always definitely. Be her baby.
So that's why it's kind of harder to answer for her. Yeah. But it was silly because the other day I walk into her room and I'm like, Mom, thinking about packing a tent with me before I leave. Gosh. Yeah. I couldn't help. I wasn't going to say anything to her.
You shouldn't have said anything to her. You about to.
I knew.
Man.
I was like, yeah, she's not going to go for that. But I wanted to.
What did she say?
She was like, why would you come in here playing like that? She's like, that's not funny. She's like, get out my room. She was so serious. I couldn't even finish. I'm like, think about packing the tent. You're like, why would you come in here playing with me?
I know she wasn't feeling that way. I can't tell you that.
Not at all.
That is so funny.
She's like, get out.
Oh, man.
That's silly. I'm like, oh, she think I'm playing.
Don't let her listen to this.
Okay. I am kind of playing. But no, it would be cool. It would be cool. Like, not
you gotta tell me.
every night.
It gotta be a really campground-y type of place.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
See, when you mentioned a tent for the first time, I'm thinking like, all right, just hopped off this train.
Yeah.
There's a nice ditch.
Right, yeah. No, not like that. Then we want to find me like a nice lake or beach or something.
Okay. I'm down with that then.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like up in the mountains on the cliff.
Hanging off the side.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing crazy. Not like, no more than, I probably would only do it twice.
Okay.
Maybe 3 times. Okay. It depends.
Maybe have people doing it with you too. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Make it
that
a lot
as
better.
well. Like,
yeah. Okay.
So I'm open to it. It's not like,
I'm doing it.
right. I'm just really open to it.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to stop playing with her.
Yeah, please do. You're going to stress her out.
No, for real.
Another question.
I just hollered.
Is there some times when you kind of wish you could go back to childhood versus adulthood?
No.
Not even sometimes.
No, it's not It's not really wishing that I could go back because, for example, so I got to hang out with my long lost cousins this weekend. So big shout out and big love to Tiana and Kiana. We went to Cedar Point this weekend, and I felt like it just felt like little kid. Like I felt like a little kid.
The joy that came along with the childhood.
So it's not really like wanting to go back and be a kid because it's like I still get to experience those moments and have that feeling and then still be an adult and have that freedom.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I guess for me, there's definitely some times when, I wish I could just be, I don't know, just like, I guess just feel like the love and support that kids are given, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess not from everybody, but I give kids love and support. So if I could like feel that sometimes, I'm like, if I'm just having a sad day, it'd be nice to just like have my mom just come and just cuddle with me.
Yeah.
Which, you do, but my mom lives in Portland and I'm in Ohio right now. So, I don't get to cuddle with my mom. I cuddle with Marley.
Yeah. But you're the mama.
Right, exactly. I'm the baby, yeah.
I'm the mama. But that's how I am with my mom, though, now, because now she's my baby.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
But it goes both ways.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
We're like, you scratch my back. But she gets annoyed. She's like, get away from me.
Get a freaking back scratcher.
Every now and then she will. She will. Especially now because I'm about to be out of here.
Yeah, she probably wants to take all that.
Yeah.
Aww.
I got to milk it while I can.
Okay. She gonna milk it too.
Yeah.
She needs to.
We might have to postpone this episode so I can really run it up.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
How do you prioritize, like, your well-being as an adult?
Ooh.
You're the one who has to feed yourself. You getting a balanced breakfast?
I don't like breakfast.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't like breakfast that much. I don't like eating too early.
Okay.
I will every now and then.
I'll do a brunch.
I don't really care for it. Yeah.
And breakfast is too sweet for me. I always start the day off with literally syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much. Like I said, every now and then. I do. I ain't gonna lie.
Please don't think that you can't invite me out to some pancakes or something like that. I'm just saying for an everyday type of thing. Some French toast with some crispy bacon.
Some fresh cut up strawberries.
Oh, with some whipped cream.
Yup. That's what it be giving sometimes. But I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
I haven't been sick often. Like I don't get sick often. I haven't been to a doctor's in like 2 years, I'll say that. But yeah, like I check in with myself though, like how am I feeling?
Yeah.
Like what's going on?
That's good.
Yeah. Have I been drinking water? Have I been have I been working out? Especially like now lately, we've been going to the gym more consistent.
Yeah, I definitely have that actually on my notes. Like, me trying to, how I prioritize my well-being, I try to, keep a nice balance because, I have to work.
Yeah.
I have to be a mom. I also have, my own things that I need to do to make myself joyful and happy and, everything, my self-care. So like I have to make sure we're going to gym at least 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in water was really good that I did not have down because that's definitely something that I do really good at most of the time is prioritizing my water intake. Trying to, be more mindful. Our hikes and our meditation in nature, that's something that I feel really helps connect to myself, which helps ground me, which helps me be able to kind of balance everything out and kind of feel homeostasis.
Right. I feel like the answer is pretty obvious, but do you think being a mom has helped you with that? Because then it's like, okay, when you schedule Marley's things or making sure those boxes are checked for her, it's like a reminder to do it for yourself, or are there times where it's like you get so
distracted in that? I think it comes with both. And like definitely now that I'm not a new mom, I've been in the game, a little bit. So now I'm pretty good at making sure to check in with myself. But starting off, it was definitely pouring everything into her because, when they're younger, they can't do as much for themselves anyway. Right. So it's constantly pouring into her and then, put myself on the back burner.
But now she's lit.
Yeah. Now she can do most of the stuff that I had to do
she can
for
make
her.
Mac and cheese.
Right. Okay. Let her tell it. She make all the mac and cheese in the house. So now that she's getting a little older and I'm getting a little bit more experience, it's easier for me to make sure that we're both good. So adulthood.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yep.
I feel like being a parent, being like an active parent, may boost you up a level. So you could be in your 20s and then like you got your child.
Okay, it's probably different little things. If you run like a nice little business, you might be boosted up. Right. If you got a kid, you might be boosted up. Maybe you're married and you got a bomb household, you be boosted up.
Some people moved out at 15, 14.
Right, definitely. You got a car, you be doing your own thing, you might be.
Yeah, get some bonus points.
Right. Maybe level 1.5.
Right. Yeah, maybe you get to level 2 like a few years early.
Right. Other thing I guess I think I need to... It's a bike show going on, y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys can hear that. Yeah, definitely lit. Definitely lit.
I need to work on my distractions, like we said before, and also saying no to things. I think that's something that really helps. I mean, it's just like setting your boundaries helps you become an adult because me being a recovering people pleaser, saying no is really, really hard and letting people down is really, really hard. But I think like having to remember that you have to make sure that you are good so you can make sure that people are good. It's okay to want to make people happy and, do everything you can for people, but make sure that you're good yourself first.
Right.
And that's something that I've been stepping into and being okay with saying like, no, I can't do this for you. And I would like to, but I just can't right now. Or maybe I don't want to because it's, I just don't want to.
Right.
And being able and being allowed to say that or knowing that I'm allowed to say that has really helped me a bit too.
Yeah. And that's something like I had to deal with too. And I remember like Monty used to tell me like, it's okay that you don't mind like doing it, but like other people, they're not gonna mind like running you dry pretty much.
Right.
And stuff like that. And there's been times where like I'll say yes to things without even processing what has been asked of me.
Right. And you just
like that.
triple booked yourself helping people out.
Exactly. And I'm like running myself dry. And my dad like was noticing me do this and stuff like that. And I remember like him becoming like more conscious of it and like So yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
I say that's really nice that he could see that because a lot of people they get to that point where maybe you see it as using or maybe they are using you, but they're not seeing it that because you got this smile on your face and you're like, oh yeah, I got you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because so cool and smooth.
Yeah, and like they're not even realizing that they're really hindering you. So the fact that you recognize that and he recognized that's really cool.
Yeah, saying no, it's been easier like these past few years.
Yeah.
And then like the the anxiety that came from like the thought of like telling somebody no, it
letting them
really,
down.
Yes, has not given that.
Yeah,
it has not given that at all.
yeah,
Like,
it's definitely gonna be okay.
yeah, I'm really grateful for the people that I'm around. Yeah, I love my support system. Y'all lit.
Shout out to y'all.
Yes, for real.
Oh man.
All right. So I feel like we had a really nice conversation.
Yeah.
So you guys, let us know what you think about this conversation. When did you guys feel like, you became an adult?
Yeah. Ooh, thanks so much for listening.
Yes, it's been nice.
It has. It has been very nice.
How do you feel now compared to our first episode in recording that?
I felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel, it was easier because it wasn't me being nervous, like, oh my gosh, we gotta put something out there. Like now it's like, okay, it's out there.
Yeah, definitely more relaxed.
Yeah.
And the topic is, I feel like, I don't know, the first episode we have to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
And
it's like, people had no idea what the heck was going on.
First episode jitters.
Yes.
Being cleared out a little bit.
But thanks for sticking around for episode 2.
Yeah, and hope you guys are ready for episode 3, which is dropping next Sunday, which is going to be a really fun episode.
Yes, we're going to discuss me hitting the road and all our road tripping tips and, stories from our adventures.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned. You can follow us on Instagram at As We Go the podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on YouTube if you type in at As We Go the podcast. What else? You can follow us personally on Instagram. You can follow me at eternal.lid.
And you can follow me at lee.iahh5.
Yeah.
It's been real, guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.